Imagine this scene. You're standing on the edge of a cliff, gazing across to the other side where everything you've ever dreamed of lies waiting for you. It's not just a better life, it's the life you were meant to live. But between you and that dream is a deep, intimidating chasm. You feel the pull of the life you want, but the fear of falling holds you back. The truth is, many of us spend our entire lives standing on that edge, paralyzed, not because we lack the ability to cross, but because of the invisible barriers we've built around ourselves. These barriers are our habits, fears, and choices ingrained so deeply that we don't even recognize how much they're holding us back. You see, the biggest obstacles in life are rarely external. They're internal, the habits and behaviors we carry, often without even realizing it. And today I want to talk about 4 of those habits that you must stop immediately if you want to take that leap. Because let me tell you this, the life you want isn't waiting forever. It's on the other side of that gap. And the longer you wait, the harder it will be to jump. So stay with me, because I promise you this, by the time we finish, you'll not only see the barriers, but you'll know how to break through them. And the last one I'll share with you, that one is the most valuable resource we have, yet it's also the most abused. Every single person on this planet, no matter how rich, powerful, or talented, gets the same 24 hours in a day. It's the ultimate equalizer. But here's the question, what are you doing with yours? For most of us, the answer is sobering. Think about how many hours you lose every day to mindless scrolling, watching TV, gossiping, or procrastinating. Those hours may seem small in the moment, but they add up. Over a week, a month, a year, those wasted hours can become entire opportunities lost forever. And that's the thing about time, it's not like money. You can't save it, and you certainly can't get it back. Once it's gone for good. Now imagine this, if you reclaim just 1 wasted hour every day, that would give you 365 hours in a year. That's more than 2 full weeks of time to invest in something meaningful, to build a skill, deepen a relationship, or start the business you've been dreaming about. Yet most of us don't even realize how much time we're throwing away. We tell ourselves we're too busy to chase our dreams, but the truth is, we're just not making time for them. Life doesn't hand you extra time for the things you care about. You have to take it, own it, and protect it. Every moment you waste is a moment you could be using to build the life you want. So let me ask you this, what's 1 hour of your time worth? And how much of it are you willing to lose before you start living on purpose? Let me ask you something. When was the last time you complained about something? Maybe it was your boss, your partner, or even the traffic on your way to work. Complaining feels good in the moment, doesn't it? It's like a pressure valve for your frustrations, but here's the catch, complaining doesn't solve anything. It doesn't improve your circumstances or make you feel better in the long run. What it does is rob you of your energy and focus. It's like pouring water into a bucket with a hole in it. No matter how much you pour, the bucket never fills up because the energy is leaking out. Complaining is a habit, and like most habits, it's insidious. It sneaks into your life, one little frustration at a time, until it becomes your default way of dealing with challenges. But here's the truth, life is always going to have challenges. There will always be things that don't go your way, people who let you down, and circumstances beyond your control. Complaining about them doesn't change that. What changes things is action. Imagine if instead of complaining, you directed that energy into finding solutions. What if instead of focusing on what's wrong, you focused on what you could do to make it right? That shift in perspective is like flipping a switch. It turns you from a passive observer of your life into an active participant. Complaining might make you feel better for a moment, but action is what creates lasting change. How often do you find yourself living for someone else's approval? Think about it, how many decisions have you made not because they were right for you, but because you were worried about what someone else might think? We all do it. We buy things we don't need to impress people we don't even like. We say yes to things we don't want to do because we're afraid of disappointing someone. We hold back on our dreams because we're scared of being judged. But here's the thing, no matter what you do, there will always be people who criticize you. You could be the kindest, most hardworking person in the world, and someone will still find a reason to tear you down. That's just the nature of people. So why waste your time and energy trying to please everyone? Living for other people's approval is a losing game because it's impossible to win. And the cost of playing that game is your own happiness and fulfillment. Imagine being at the end of your life and looking back. Will you be proud of the choices you made because they were true to you? Or will you regret the years you spent trying to fit into someone else's mold? Here's the truth, the only person you owe anything to is yourself. This is your life, and it's up to you to live it on your terms. The people who truly matter will respect you for being authentic. The rest, they're just noise. Stop letting their opinions dictate your choices and start living for what makes you happy. Now, let's get to the root of it all, the biggest barrier between you and the life you want: self-doubt. Self-doubt is a thief. It steals your confidence, your opportunities, and your dreams before they even have a chance to take root. Think about how many times you've talked yourself out of something because you didn't think you were good enough, smart enough, or ready enough. How many times have you looked at a challenge and thought, I could never do that, and then didn't even try? Self-doubt whispers lies in your ear, convincing you to stay where you are because it's safer. But here's the truth, you are capable of so much more than you think. The problem isn't your ability, it's your belief in yourself. Confidence doesn't come before action, it comes from action. Every step you take, no matter how small, builds your confidence and strengthens your belief in what you can do. But you'll never experience that growth if you let self-doubt win. Imagine if every successful person you admire had given in to their doubts. The world would be a much poorer place, wouldn't it? They didn't succeed because they were fearless, they succeeded because they acted despite their fears. The only way to overcome self-doubt is to take that first step. It doesn't have to be big, it just has to be forward. So stop waiting for the perfect moment, because it will never come. The perfect moment is now. Take the step. You owe it to yourself to find out how far you can go.